Uh, what is our intro?
Welcome
Do I
back.
say, yeah, do I say welcome back or is it what's up?
I think it's been both.
Hey, everybody. This is the Marinaut podcast, the only podcast by amateurs for amateurs. Uh, do you guys believe in aliens?
No.
All right, I disagree with you, Patrick. What do you think, Anthony?
I don't know. I want to believe. Like, I want there to be aliens,
Why?
but
What if they're
Isn't that the
bad
what's it called?
guys?
What's that shirt? Isn't like a poster or a shirt? It's like I want to believe. It's like the UFO or something.
yeah, it's the Sasquatch, it's the Bigfoot bumper sticker they have on the back of trucks.
Yeah.
I made that up. No, it's aliens. It's from the X-Files. Yeah, I want aliens to be real, just because, like, I don't know, they're conceptually cool, and if we're the only ones in the universe, that's kind of very sad.
Well, if it's that big, if it's as big as they keep telling me it is, it'd be really upsetting if we're the only ones here. Yeah.
Who is they?
The powers that be.
Yeah, the powers. The man.
Stephen Hawking.
Stephen Hawking himself. Yeah, that's the guy. That's the
And
fucker
Neil
I'm talking
deGrasse
about.
Tyson. Would you play like a Mortal Kombat style fighting game with just like scientific figures like Stephen Hawking and Neil deGrasse Tyson and Bill Nye?
Is it just like martial arts, or are they like using powers like Mortal
I think they'd
Kombat?
have to use. I think it would be powers, but under the guise of like science. So it'd be like, you know,
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
because Reptile's got his acid spray or whatever, I suppose. I've never played the games, but I guess, you know, maybe Stephen Hawking, I was going to say throws a vial of acid, but I don't know if that's, I don't know if Stephen Hawking could do that.
Well, he comes in on his wheelchair. He must be a ranged character. He can't throw a lot of melee attacks. He's got to, like, I don't know.
It's like a metal arm, like a claw.
A
back
really
of the
long
wheelchair.
metal claw.
Yeah.
Like types formulas into his computer with his little. Wait, he's dead, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh no, is this insensitive?
This is insensitive, isn't it?
I mean, what he died in like 2018, right? I think.
Oh, then we're fine.
We're fine.
Oh my gosh.
That's where we draw the line.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. When was the first 9/11 joke? How long after?
Or like the day after.
I think knowing Americans, probably immediately after. Oh, I hear someone's checking their lore book.
The lore is getting checked right now. All right, hold on. There's one movie that's made a year after 9/11, but it seems like I don't know. It doesn't. No, I don't think it's like. I don't think it's like a. I don't think it's about 9/11. I just think it uses the title and it's like a tribute to 9/11 made by different filmmakers. 11 filmmakers.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, 11 of them?
Yeah, a whole fucking 11. Almost a dozen. They should have gone for it. And it has a 77% on Rotten Tomatoes, which I don't think is really that great.
Imagine having to write that review. Imagine being the movie critic that has to sit down and be like, I love what you guys are doing, and this was a national tragedy, but the character development was really off in this. Like,
like you do it like somebody critiquing like Schindler's List or something.
Yeah, like how do you do that politely? I don't know. It's hard to walk that line.
So I gotta let my cat in.
Okay, go for it. So, what have you been up to, Pat?
Just school.
How's that going?
Pretty cancer.
I'm so sick of like the pandemic. I know that's like a common sentiment. I just miss seeing people.
No, that's a brave take, Anthony.
Yeah, I know. I don't.
It's a hot take and a brave take.
Oh wait,
I don't want to get backlash for saying it. Hot
holy
take.
Shit!
I'm tired of the pandemic. You know, it's almost over. It's whatever.
You can't say that. You have to edit that out, bro.
Gotta cut that.
That's an honest take.
Honest movie trailers.
What?
It's you.
It's a Tobuscus reference. You didn't get my Tobuscus reference?
No. What is that?
Oh, that's singing movie trailers, or like.
No, don't say that.
And he like.
Did I get it wrong?
And he like.
Tobuscus.
This is what he did. He had that. He went Tobuscus, and then like the wall closed. It's like, and then it was the trailer for like usually a video game. I think he did movies eventually, but he just like made up words and sang to the song, like the soundtrack in the trailers. He just made up words that went along with what was going on in the trailer. I have to watch that. Like I have to watch a clip of that right now.
You know what? Honest trailers is from Screen Junkies.
Yeah, that's what you were saying.
What
right?
is literal? Are you thinking of literal trailer?
Is that a Tobuscus video?
Yeah,
trailers?
that's I'm watching them right now. That's Tobuscus, all right.
All right, who's aping who?
Literal
who's
trailer. That's
who originated the honest trailer format and who copied it?
Tobuscus.
Holy dude,
This
has 51 million views. The Tobuscus Assassin's Creed Brotherhood trailer.
Mm-hmm.
I remember watching that one when I was like 11.
No, this is such a good idea. Great segue. I just did the old YouTube video. It blew up. It's got 23 views.
Yeah, great video.
But
it is a really good video, though. You should go watch
that.
it.
Yeah, go check it out if you guys haven't.
Give it a like.
Also, welcome to all the new subscribers. It's fantastic. Thank you. But who are your favorite old YouTubers? Like what are your old YouTube memories?
Tobuscus, bro. Like his name is so stained in my mind now. For no reason other than
his massive controversy.
Well, he did have that massive controversy, but like yeah, I mean, I'll go with that mostly. But it's also just like so cringy to look back on. Like just the stuff he produced is like really questionable because it's just really like, wow. Like there's a lot of effort in it, but it's just like such childish lyrics and nonsense going on.
He would talk to his dog and voice his dog. It was cute.
I mean, he would always like, yeah, he would always do the different voices. Like he's like,
for Griffin.
I'm Tobuscus. It's Griffin.
That was a good Griffin. I remember this all connects into YouTube and dogs. I was at Patrick's house and we were maybe 12. I think this is very early on into when I met Patrick. We were at Patrick's house. We were watching Tomska's Astiff movie, probably like 8, whichever one had Desmond the Moon Bear. Because I remember losing my mind at how hilarious the bear on the moon was. But we're watching this in his like mom's office, on the computer, the family computer. And out of nowhere, his brand new puppy, what is it, a golden retriever or something, sprints up from the right and just like slams into the computer, jumps up onto the desk and like, from right to left, just like knocks everything over and sprints off. It was incredible.
Yeah, she like swiped the desk and then ran away.
It was.
And it wasn't even like there was food or anything. It was just random.
It was like absolutely bonkers because it was unprompted. None of us heard it coming. We were watching the video. And all of a sudden, this tan blur knocks everything off the table. Terrifying.
So rapidly too.
Oh yeah, it was great.
Like a small creature, like a chupacabra. If you didn't know any better,
little chupacabra. Who are your favorite YouTubers, Patrick? Because you.
I share a lot with you.
Smosh.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. Only Smosh.
No, like Markiplier. You gotta love Marky Moo.
You gotta love Marky Moo. Smash the like button. I almost said the mark button.
Hit the like button.
Hit the mark button.
Smash that mark button.
Mark button.
Smash the mark button.
No. I remember I was big in like Slender and stuff like that. I remember.
Oh
so
yeah.
I would always watch like the horror YouTubers,
Yep.
But I was like Markiplier, PewDiePie. I never watched Jacksepticeye. Never did. Never have. Never will.
I was an early viewer of the Irish Mad Lad. Prior to his
hold that against you.
You could. Please don't. If you break it into like eras of like Jacksepticeye eras, there's the green hair era, there's the hipster era that he's in now. Before all that, he dressed like an 1800s newsboy that would sell me like newspapers on the Jack the Ripper killings. He wore that goofy little hat. That's when I watched Jack. He plays Skate 3.
Wow.
That seems like a rare phase.
Don't we all have that phase?
Was that like an early phase?
Yeah. Oh, dude, I found him when he had like, well, I don't know. I found him when he had like no subs. He probably had like 100,000.
What about his first video?
I think his first video is like a Far Cry 3. Should I look that up?
No. What's the one?
Oh, his actual first video where he's in the classroom?
Yeah.
It's a great video where he screams like a banshee. That is a funny video. God.
I seen that video?
I think we watched it on the podcast.
Oh, we did? Oh, hold on. Let me look it up. I need to see it again.
I don't know. I can't even remember what we've done on this podcast. Are we like, is this the 20th episode? Are we 20 episodes in?
I don't know. Hello.
I think we might be. That's kind of nuts.
It's crazy. Happy 20 episode, boys.
All right, Teddy. I know you watched the Mortal Kombat movie.
Yeah.
It was bad, wasn't it?
Actually, I listen, I didn't even finish it. Right now, I just went back to it. Liu Kang is his he's in the dragon form. That's awesome. This movie's really bad. It seems really rushed, and it seems like they're trying to set up a big verse franchise.
I think it's meant to be a trilogy.
It's supposed to be a trilogy?
I think I heard. I don't know.
You just don't make movies like that.
I get all my news from Instagram, which is a horrible news source. But I'll go on Instagram to look at like funny pictures. And if I go to my Explore tab, I'll get like Marvel fan accounts. And sometimes they post stuff about comic books or video games. And, I'll see the news thing that says like, Mortal Kombat director says it's the first of a trilogy. Get excited. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not excited.
I'm not after seeing this also. Why can't they just make a movie like in the hopes that this movie will be good, and if it's good enough, then we make a second? They don't think like that anymore.
That's more.
They just expect people to like. I don't know. I mean, what do you expect? I'm asking the executives directly now. What do you want from me? That's what I'm asking. Tell me to enjoy this.
Patrick sent me an image earlier today. I hadn't seen it till right now. I'll put it up. It's a picture comparing Greta Thunberg. Is that how you say her name?
Yeah.
Thunberg. Picture of Greta Thunberg next to one of those Skyrim children. It's so accurate. I'm gonna send it to you, Teddy. Teddy, you're in a Skyrim Renaissance right now, aren't you?
Bro, I've been playing Skyrim recently. I was telling Anthony this earlier, Patrick, but I was playing Skyrim on my Xbox, and I was like damn, this game is dope. Like, I think they maybe like remastered some aspects of it or something for like the new Xbox. Like, this is awesome. And then I like kind of realized that you can have mods on Xbox, and I have like 15 mods installed that like completely change how the game plays.
You just thought they updated the game or something?
Yeah, no. I thought they made the game like really good. Like, I was like, I knew I had one mod. I knew I had the mod that you showed us when we tried to do that Skyrim gameplay, and you like started as a vampire in a cave. I immediately like installed that mod.
Yeah.
I guess I just didn't look if I had any others, and then I like didn't play the game after that for like months. So I just started, and I was like, oh yeah, this mod, that's cool. And then I just thought the game was fucking awesome again. Like, I thought it was just like my childhood, like how I imagined it. It just like did it again in the remaster, but it's just been me over the years slowly like tinkering with it, I guess. Mm-hmm. I thought it was great. So kudos to me. I picked some good mods, and kudos to the mod makers. If you're here watching somehow, good on you.
I have one complaint about Skyrim. First of all, Skyrim's a fantastic game. That is like 100% my childhood. Not childhood. Yeah, one of my childhood games. My formative years I spent playing Skyrim. I think it's fantastic. It looks so washed out and gray. I don't know what they did. It's like the entire game was like made with a chalkboard, and it's all black and white. It like, there's no color in that game. It's sad.
Mm-hmm.
I hope they fix that for the sequel that's not coming out.
Oh, the next Elder Scrolls?
Yeah, the one that's never going to release.
Probably not. It depends on how StarCraft does, or what's it called?
Starcraft.
Garfield.
Starfield.
I thought you said Garfield.
Garfield cart.
The Garfield cart for the Wii. Dude, what if Bethesda made like a Garfield RPG?
Play it.
I'd
God,
play that.
how do they have the rights to Garfield?
I don't know.
Who owns Garfield?
Jim Davis. Oh, you mean like the movie rights?
Yeah.
I don't know. Who made that awesome
Who
Bill
made the
Murray
3D
movie?
one? Tale of Two Kitties? Which one's that made by?
Pants. That's a reference that no one will get.
Wait. Tale of Two Kitties has a 10% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Does it actually?
Yeah.
I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked at all.
That's a little harsh.
Yeah.
A little harsh
Come
on the Tale of Two Kitties.
Wasn't that always on in like my minivan, bro? Did you guys ever see that in my minivan? I swear I had that movie going in my minivan.
No,
Dang,
I think
dude, they made their money back though.
Did they?
$60 million budget, 143 million box office.
Okay, good for the Tale of Two Kitties.
They I think they broke even because if you consider like advertisement, I think they just barely broke even. But that's not bad.
What's like a normal amount? Like if you put a certain amount in, how much do you expect to get out? Like what would be like the multiplier that you would expect to get out on like a good movie?
I think you want to get 3 times the budget that they put out. You want 3 times that because you got to make marketing back, and then you got to make like the rest.
What's like a super successful movie like Infinity War? Probably
Infinity War, probably massive success.
Let's see. Yeah, they got a lot more than just 3 times.
That's why they're trying to make cinematic universes out of everything.
What's it called? Yeah, they got a lot, dude.
Okay, I'm about to pitch this. All right, get ready.
Shit.
This is the next cash cow. A newspaper funny comic cinematic universe. Calvin and Hobbes. We're talking about the Zitz guy, that teenager who like washes his laundry or whatever. Garfield, Marmaduke. They all exist in the same universe. They come out of the newspaper into New York City and just wreak havoc.
Oh yeah. That's good. Do they have to stop a blue laser at the end?
A big blue laser.
Holy shit. That is fucking unique and original.
Or alternatively, a villain with very questionable morals who has no redeeming qualities and is purely evil and has a very generic and boring backstory. Maybe related to the heroes. Who knows?
Holy shit.
Jim Davis. They have to kill Jim Davis.
It's Jim Davis.
He got too greedy.
It's Jim Davis and the Nostalgia Critic. Just put him in
together.
There. Yeah.
Do you think there was a...
There's our daily Nostalgia Critic
Nostalgia Critic reference. There it is. Mark it down,
put
boys.
Put him in somehow.
Put that on the bingo card.
We write that down.
That's a good sound effect. I won't even have to put anything in post.
Got you.
Do you think there's a planned Garfield 3 that they had to cancel because they didn't quite make 3 times the budget of Garfield 2?
Well, it's probably still in the works.
Still in the works. They're still workshopping the script. They
just
started
put it on pause.
And then the writer strike of 2007 happened, and they're like, we can't make this until it's perfect. So they're still working on it. The third one's coming. Okay, Garfield Tale of Two Kitties falls into the category of a sequel where we just put them in Europe. It's the same movie, but they're in Europe. The Muppets did it. Garfield did it. Pretty sure they did it in Madagascar. Stop it.
That's it. It's New York and Europe. They all go those 2 places.
They start in New York, and then the sequel they go to Europe, and then the third.
It's really a wild card at that point.
If you make it to the third, you have free reign to do whatever you want. You can go crazy at that point.
You should
send them to Antarctica.
Yeah, and the
send them to the most animals. Desolate place on Earth.
Put the cast of Madagascar up there.
And watch them crumble. Have you seen that image of Benedict Cumberbatch standing next to his Madagascar character?
He's in that? Oh my god, he's
like a wolf.
He's like a wolf.
I don't know, the wolf is like 7 feet tall. And it makes Benedict Cumberbatch looks like he has the proportions of a child.
Yeah. And he already looks weird. Like, that just makes him look so much weirder. Gotta throw that image up. If you're listening to this, look down. Look at your phone right now.
Yeah, look at your screen right now.
Look at it. If you're driving, look. Hey, I'm talking to you right now because I know you listen to these while you drive. Look down.
If you're driving, where are you going?
Fine.
Let us know in the comments. Pick your phone up and look at your screen and type in the comments. Don't do that. No, they're gonna hold us liable in court for that.
That's a joke.
Don't actually do that.
That was a joke, guys. We want to make it clear that we don't support that kind of thing here. All right.
The Marinaut Text and Drive Challenge. How many characters can you type before having to look back at the road? Don't do it. It's a bad idea.
It's fun though. So
is it? No.
If you want to do it, just go for it. Now listen, guys, I'm still kidding. It's part of an extended bit that we're doing. So
guys, this is a bit right now. We're doing a bit. I just want everyone to know. I don't want them to get confused.
And now we're done. Bit done.
Bit over. We're done. We're moving on. Oh yeah, I was gonna apologize. I've noticed I do this a lot in the podcast where someone will say something and then I'll start talking and be like, no, because well, here's the thing. And then I restart the whole thought process. The reasoning is I have a little thing known as ADHD, and it makes my thoughts very difficult to like track with. I don't know how to describe it. I've had people ask what it's like before, and I've never had a neurotypical brain, so I don't really know I don't know how thoughts should be, but for me it's all associative. And Teddy, you probably get this too, I guess. For me it's all associative. So like if someone says like wasps, I'll think of bees, and I'll think of the Bee Movie, and I'll think of, Jerry, not Bruckheimer, Jerry Seinfeld. And then I'll think of Jerry Bruckheimer, and I'll think of Pirates of the Caribbean and the Pirates of the Caribbean 2, and I'll be like, yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean 2 was kind of ripped on by critics, but it was really good. And I can make a lot of these different connections, and it makes it hard to process. And so I'll start a sentence, and I have a ton of different ways that I can take it, and I won't know which way to take it, and it'll take me a minute, but I'll start immediately, but I'll have to go back and restart. So I'm sorry that I do that so much, but you can't make fun of me because I have a mental disability. I don't know if it's a mental disability.
You can't make fun of him, guys. If you make fun of him in the comments, like, I'll ban you, all right? On YouTube. Yeah, so.
No, but that's a true story. I was in my abnormal psychology class in college, and we got to a part where we were learning about like cognitive disorders, and I opened up the first chapter, and just right there in bold letters was ADHD. And I didn't get diagnosed until high school, so I'm fairly new to this. And I remember seeing that, and I was like, this is a cognitive disorder? What? I thought this was just like, it made me bounce my legs sometimes.
Yeah. That's like the
funny
horrible misrepresentation. Yeah, and it's like funny. He's funny. He has ADHD. He's funny.
Funny.
Like, bounce off the wall. He's so funny. It's not. Sometimes it is. No. And that's the moral of the story.
No, it is annoying. Like when I first started driving, I would have like, I don't know if it's an ADHD thing or if it's something else, but I get like super worked up when there's tons of like stimuli. I don't know. That's also a characteristic of autism, which is similar to ADHD in some ways. I don't know what they call it. They call it overstimulation or something. But like when I started driving, there was just so much going on. Like I had to control my feet. There was music. I was like tapping on the steering wheel to like calm myself. Like I had to pay attention to the cars coming. I freaked out. I'd like pull off the road because it was all too much for me. So that happens a lot where I'll just get like overstimulated.
Sometimes I have to turn down the music thing, and I'm like, okay, I got to turn here, and I just like turn down the music. So there's like less going on, so I can like focus on what I'm doing more. So I kind of get what you mean.
Mm-hmm.
It feels dumb when I do it because I'm like, okay, I'm turning down the music to like look at something.
To find a parking spot, you gotta crank it down.
It's like, oh god, shut up, babe. Like,
I
turn down the music. I
do
got
the same
park.
thing too. So
What is that? What is that? Why does turning down the music help us?
Driving anxiety.
there's just random like sense experience that it's just extra stuff that you don't need, you know?
Yeah.
Like listening to
Gotta
music
focus.
isn't necessary. Yeah. So if you just do it, your brain's just gonna have to process more information.
Nuts,
Okay,
bro.
I've had this thought before where I'll be driving down the highway and a song will come on. I'll be like, oh, I don't really like this song, but like maybe something good will come on next. The other stations don't have anything. And I have the thought of, if I got in a car crash right now and I just got like mangled in this vehicle, you know, like trapped.
What is this?
Hear me out. Hear me
Yeah,
out.
what if I just
Okay.
what if I just die?
If I get like trapped under the dashboard or something, is this the song I'm gonna like die to? Because my thought is the car wrecks, but the radio still works. Like, am I gonna wake
Yeah,
up and they're just playing like Mr. Blue Sky on the radio?
Yeah, like remember all those? Well, we have like a friend from high school who, I don't know, we like invited him over a couple summers ago, and we like watched a bunch of car crash videos. I don't know why.
Oh yeah, dash cam footage. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
You gotta.
so many of them were like as you said, Anthony, the radio was just playing, and there's like some guys like, oh my gosh, what the? He's just freaking out, and there's just like, I don't know, Rebecca Black playing.
Yeah, it's just like regular music. Do you remember the song that was playing when you got rear-ended, Patrick?
I didn't drive with music.
You had no sound?
No,
You were driving in
I was just
silence
chilling.
down the highway?
Yeah, I was just chilling.
Holy
Am I the only one who does that?
You got the full experience.
Sometimes I do it by accident.
Sometimes I'll forget. I'll get distracted.
Yeah, sometimes I'll be like on the highway.
I don't like driving with music. I don't know why.
That's probably the highlight of driving for me is the music.
Or like just listening to something usually helps me like control my rage a little bit on the road, dude.
Rage.
I've
do you guys
been
have
so
road rage?
road rage. I've been so road ragey recently. It's been kind of crazy. But what about you guys?
I can't do it because I think of old people. Every time I get cut off, I'm like, maybe they're old, man. I can't get angry. That might be like a grandma.
Right.
I don't think Pat gets road ragey. The silence says it all. He's run people off the road before. I saw him ram a Subaru into the median and it flipped into the oncoming traffic. It was horrendous.
Watch out for Patrick, bro. Cut him off.
That'd actually be really bad.
Oh, sorry, I was
gonna
muted.
die.
This is a bit. You muted yourself.
Yeah, this is a bit.
Do you road rage, Pat?
No, I don't road rage. No.
It's just
Not a
you
Also,
rage.
I barely drive because I don't have a car and I just walk everywhere. So
Right.
I get pedestrian rage.
You do.
I get that sometimes.
People, like,
actually, yeah,
crossing
For
the
people
street
like
and stuff.
Oh, I meant from the perspective of the pedestrian. I just get mad at other pedestrians. It's also a joke. I don't have that. It's not a real thing. I get mad at motorcycles when I'm driving. Those guys are insane. Or ladies. I've seen them all. But what a bunch of idiots.
Oh, you think so? Maybe what? Or in two? Oh,
No, just
wow.
anyway.
Oh God.
You're gonna have to cut that out. Huh?
No, I'll cut
Or
that. I'll cut that. Wah, wah. I'll censor with
You put a
Porky
clown
Pig
horn.
stuttering.
He just-
I'll censor with little Porky Pig.
That's really funny.
That's all. No, I just like if I'm driving down our local highway, there will be motorcyclists who like weave through traffic. It's like you're an idiot because I didn't see you until you were right next to me.
right.
Yeah.
Legal in some states, and I think it's legal in others. I don't know how it works. I know in California it's legal.
Because California is insane.
They do have a lot of roads, and they're quite nuts, bro.
Well, I don't like.
Yeah, dude. Can you imagine the traffic in like anywhere?
I can't,
it's like-
bro.
It's like bumper to bumper traffic, and then you'll see a Prius over in the space between like those big concrete walls they have on the side of highways, like where you're supposed to pull off if your car breaks down. Someone will just be gunning it down there. It's like, what are you doing? Where are you trying to get to?
I was driving to LA, and there's like this big highway that kind of comes around, like it's not a mountain, it's like a big, I mean, I guess it is technically a mountain, but it's a California like mountain, but it dips so low in elevation because you go from like the desert to like the mountains to like sea level, and then there's like LA right there. So like the road is like super steep and windy through these mountains. And I was like, I was fine. I was doing it or whatever. I was being a gentleman with my driving. I'd been road ragey probably earlier on, but I was chilling then. I was like, whatever. And this guy, like in like a Mercedes, like not a small Mercedes, is weaving in and out of traffic, like going 70. And like when I say traffic, I mean like California traffic. Like there are like thousands of people on this highway coming into Los Angeles at like 4 p.m., you know? And this dude's just weaving in and out. And so I see him in my rear view and I'm like, okay, you asshole. I'm going to close up this space in front of me so you can't cut me off. And next thing I know, dude, this dude has already cut me off. And he's already in front of me and like gunning it and just cutting off everybody he sees and just going through. And I was really mad, but I was honestly kind of like, is that like The Rock driving? Who is that guy?
Rock.
Like, who is that? Who can do that? It's
David Dobrik.
I barely even saw him like come in front of me, bro. It was the most horrifying thing ever. Like a bad driver, but it was also like that dude was crazy. There's nothing I could do if he decided to crash into me, you know? He's just nuts.
How would you react if you got cut off by Markiplier? Would you be angry or happy to see Markiplier?
If it was Markiplier, maybe that's why I didn't get mad.
He had a Let's Play to record. He had to get back to the studio.
Get out of the way.
Gotta go. FNAF 6 just dropped. My Markiplier voice is just devolving into Obama.
It gets worse.
It does. I can't do impressions. I was on Xbox with our buddy Kevin. We were trying to do Peter Griffin impressions, and they were horrendous. They were so bad. He's hard to do. Peter Griffin's difficult.
Hear it, Patrick.
I can't. Yeah. No, I can't.
I like how you targeted Patrick first.
I always do. Whenever we start talking about impressions.
No, I'm so bad at impressions. Patrick. I really am.
Do you have a single impression that you think you could like?
No.
What?
No.
Okay, think who's like the easiest cartoon character to do? What about like
Scooby-Doo?
Scooby-Doo.
That's the easiest one you could think of?
Is that?
They're all difficult, dude. I'm not good at them.
Can't think of an example.
Yeah, I don't know if they're all easy. Or
right.
if any of them are easy.
What about Peep from Peep's Big World?
The hell is that?
You ever watched that? It was
what is that?
No,
is that the?
It was
is that
on,
the
like,
bird?
Yeah, the birds. And the duck, the purple duck with the hat.
Yeah, I don't remember the voices of the characters in that show.
I remember the duck had like a, I don't know, the duck was like, welcome to my lake, Peep. Come on into my lake. That just sounds like my Peter Griffin impression.
That sounds like Peter Griffin in the lake.
Hey, Lois, get in my lake. Terrible. I don't know. They're all hard.
I'm trying to think of some.
Seth MacFarlane's like a very good singer. He plays the mouse in Sing, Jack's favorite movie.
What?
Wait, is there a Sing 2?
Yeah, didn't you see? Okay. Jack, Patrick's brother, sent us a screenshot of the Sing 2 poster from the Sing 2 Wikipedia page, but there is no Sing 2 official poster, so it's like this horribly edited fan-made one, but it's on the official Wikipedia page. So I guess Sing 2's coming out. That's gonna happen.
It's coming. Get hyped, guys.
Yeah, guys, get into it. I think Taron Egerton's coming back to play the gorilla. What's that iconic line from the trailer that the gorilla says? It's like, I'm sorry, Dad.
Yeah.
What does he say? What happens there? How did I end up with a son like you? I'm sorry, Dad. And then he sings Elton John.
Fail me schoolwork.
Me schoolwork? I didn't mean to fail me schoolwork. That's my
You're not
impression
my
of
son unless you pass school.
go past school, go get your GED, boy. It's my impression of Deji, brother of who is he the brother of? KSI? He's got that Cockney accent that sounds like I don't know my British accents.
KSI lore.
There's KSI lore. He's got a brother named Deji, and he's very loud.
Dude, I just found the worst thing ever.
Is it Sing fan art?
Go to Sing 2 and look at this is just the Sing 1 trailer, right?
Yeah.
And then go to the ending. It's terrifying.
What did you send us? What?
I
can't breathe. I can't breathe. Oh,
Read the description.
dude. So it's the Sing. For those audio listeners, it's just straight up the Sing 1 trailer, and it cuts to this kid who's like he's edited himself into like a forest of dead trees that are gray, and he's got this weird like horrified look on his face, and it's playing lullaby music, and it just says, "I will be waiting for you." This is a children's
and it goes on for a
movie.
minute.
Look at the description.
It just goes on for a minute.
What does
the
the description say?
Second line of the description. Actually, no, just read the whole description.
Is this like? I feel like we discovered some like insane. How'd you find this?
I looked up Sing 2 trailer.
I am a British entertainer and possessed dude from East London. I want all your souls. I will be waiting for you. I am laughing at all of you. Sing 2 is an upcoming American computer.
This guy just uploads. This guy just uploads movie trailers, and then just says that that's like the sequel. That's all he does.
This guy. We got to make a video about this guy.
Dude, I love how it just like hard switched into the actual Wikipedia page.
Sing
2 is an American film. Is an upcoming American film.
I want all of your souls.
I want all your souls.
Nobody even commented on the freaking creepy ending.
They stopped after watching the Singing Rabbits. The Sing 1 trailer was enough to make them leave.
Yeah, that's a pretty bad trailer.
There's some scary stuff on YouTube. There's one channel. I'm sure Pat has seen it. I think it's Nick Crowley, I think is the guy. He did a video on like weird YouTube channels, and there was one of a guy who was obsessed with eyeballs. And it's videos of him. First of all, it's videos of girls sleeping. He's got the flash on, and he'll like open up their eyes and like move their eyeball with his finger or like lick it. The most viscerally disgusting thing I have ever watched. It was so unnerving. It like, oh, I hate thinking about it. It's so, I don't know. Eyeballs, listen, I like my eyes. I don't like things on my eyes. I can't wear contacts because of like my eyes. I don't know. They gross me out.
Yeah.
I don't want stuff on them.
I couldn't wear contacts. I remember having like a real hissy fit when I tried them when I was like 12. These suck. I hate them.
Is your vision 20/20, Pat?
Yeah.
No way.
This asshole. Come on.
Well, we did in like high school or middle school. I got it tested, and it was actually above average. It was like 2021 or whatever, or 2020. I don't know. Isn't it like 2020 is like? What do the numbers mean again? Isn't like the average person compared to you or something?
I thought it was like feet. I have no idea.
Yeah, it's like you can see this at 20 feet, but the average person can see it at this. I don't know. I don't know how.
I think you're onto something.
I remember I saw it, or I had slightly above, but it probably has decayed by now because I stare at the computer so much.
It's decayed from editing that Skyrim video so much.
Exactly.
Oh yeah. He's hard to work at that still. Did you do that at the? Did you do that at the health fair, Patrick? Like our middle school health fair? Thing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. God, remember the lungs there that they had?
Oh yeah, that was my table. We had a middle school health
pig
fair.
lungs, right?
Yeah.
Something weird.
Yeah, we did an
we
event.
had to run them.
Yeah. Yeah,
Eighth
we did
grade?
we had pig lungs that were like, I don't know if they were dyed black or what, had like holes poked in them, but kids would come up to my table. I was like 13 when we ran this, right?
Yeah.
They'd come up and be like, I'd be like, these are the lungs of a smoker. And then I had those like, pumps they use for like the bellows they use for blacksmith forges. Had one of those, and I'd pump it really fast and the lungs would inflate, and then you hear like the hissing from the holes in it, and the kids were like, oh my God.
Oh. I can't even remember what I did. It was like a carnival. No, it wasn't a carnival. It was like a board. It was like a big board game. It was like the lamest one you could possibly do.
Were you the drunk goggles one?
Not me. I wish I had that one.
Can I just say, drunk goggles made me. Now, I have this on the record. Let the record show. I've never drank and driven. Never done that. I'm not an idiot. But as a 12-year-old or 13-year-old or whatever, when they came in and they're like, oh, put on the drunk goggles and try and walk through the cones. That was fun. That was awesome. If anything, that would have reinforced that for me. That would have been like, yeah, give it a shot. It's like a game, kid. Give it a go. Don't do that. All you children out there, don't drink and drive, obviously. But like, why would they make it so fun?
Yeah, it was funny. It was hilarious. Do you remember like all your friends would go and they'd be like, whoa, I don't know where I'm going. Everyone's like, ah! That makes it sound fun. Then they had that no, to counteract that, Anthony, they had a specific thing. They had that poster of like some woman who got in a car accident and like her face was so fucked up. Remember that?
God. No.
It was like well, it wasn't like raw, but it was like healed and like scarred over and like I don't know, work had been done on it or whatever. Yeah. And it was like to scare you, like, this is the consequence. So it was never actually like, it was fun, but then we were like, oh, okay.
Okay, the school we went to used fearmongering as a tactic all the time. This just reminded me. I was talking about sex ed with Kevin the other night. I love you, Kevin, by the way. I know you're listening.
Yeah,
Big
shout
fan
out.
of you. Shout out to Kevin. Patrick, you'll remember this. The day Patrick and I didn't originally go to Teddy's school. We went to a different school first, and then we transferred in. But first we went and shadowed. And the day we shadowed was sex ed. Do you remember this?
Yeah, I do.
That video they showed us was horrifying. It was not educational.
Yeah, wasn't it like a guy dying in like a bed or something?
Yes,
Yeah.
they showed a man. Well, first, it was like some knockoff Jennifer Aniston and her boyfriend at like a carnival, and there were clowns everywhere. I don't know what mood they were setting. I think just fear. They're trying to scare us. Associate sex with clowns and see where that's gonna take you in the next 5 years. And then they showed a man dying of I think he had HIV or something.
AIDS, man.
And they interviewed him, and he was like in horrendous pain, talking about how I think he had like I don't know. I think he had mentioned he had inherited it or something. I don't know if that's how that even works, but that's what I remember him saying as a 13-year-old. And then the interview ends. It like still frames, it freeze frames on him. The screen fades to black, and then the text comes in. It says he died a week after the interview. And then once the video was over, someone pulled out their MacBook and showed off the feature that the MacBook could read off Bible verses with text to speech. What was that class?
Oh,
What is that supposed to teach you?
Fear.
It's horrible.
Be very, very afraid of sex.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that until you like just described it like that.
Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, now I do. Now I'm like, oh, I mostly remember that crazy Romeo and Juliet. You weren't there for that, I don't think.
I don't think so.
You weren't there, but we got to see. It was like a weeks long thing, like 4 weeks. We got to watch this epic 4-part TV series of like a boy and a girl going through puberty. They were like in a Romeo and Juliet rap adaptation.
What?
I'm not kidding.
What?
I'm not kidding.
Is that real? Can we watch that?
They were fucking British.
Why does that sound familiar?
They were British, and they were like, "Yeah, well, I'm gonna be Romeo," and then he like tries out, and he's like, It's horrible. I don't want to even think about it."
That'd be good content, though. We could do
I think we should.
sex ed tier list.
Yeah, we should also put that AIDS video on there because I need to watch that again.
It terrified me.
Do you remember what it was called? What was it?
Just look up AIDS clowns sex ed. I don't know. It really scared me. Which is so stupid because when I think of like the AIDS like fearmongering era, I think of the 90s. I don't think of 2013. We're so far beyond this point. Like, why are we villainizing this?
Well, and the video seemed like it was old too.
It probably was.
I remember seeing like it was from at least early 2000s, maybe late 90s. So It was pretty outdated when we watched it. Like, I don't know what they were thinking showing us that.
I don't either.
Oh, I blocked it out. I didn't remember that till now, so maybe it wasn't too bad for me. I was just kind of like, all right, shit.
I remember I had sex ed as a child, obviously, and they were teaching us about how women have eggs. Spoiler alert for those of you who haven't reached the sex ed point in your education. Women have eggs. And I remember raising my hand and asking the teacher. I was like, "So, does that mean that women are reptiles?" And
yes.
my teacher said, "That's a question for your parents." How is that? You can answer that right then and there. It's no, they're not. They're mammals. Why don't I go home and ask my parents that?
Was that supposed to be like a jab at women?
Are you sure that wasn't a different question? You got confused? That's such a strange response.
They told me to ask because I remember going home and asking my parents. They were like, "No, that's not what. Why would they be reptiles?"
Yeah, what the fuck are you talking about, Anthony? What the fuck?
No, because
your teacher told me
mammals don't have eggs. Yeah, they told me to come home and ask you. If my kid asked me that, I'd be like, "What are they teaching him?"
Yeah. Why wouldn't she? Was it a she or a he?
It was a she.
A guy, wasn't it?
At our elementary school?
Oh no, Oh wait, this is younger.
That would have been 4th or 5th grade.
Oh
for me.
yeah, okay. I was thinking of the one from middle school. That was a guy, right? Yeah, because it was like puberty and stuff.
Yeah. Patrick.
What?
Do you remember your video on the female reproductive system?
Yeah, it was me, Noah, and who else? Was it you, Teddy?
Might have been me.
It was me. It was me, Noah, and somebody else. I don't know who the other person was, but
oh no!
Oh dude!
Wait! Describe it to me.
I don't know. We were like in the closet at Mrs.
The science teacher's room.
Yeah, the science teacher's room, and we were like, we were throwing stuff at each other. I don't know why. Like I came into the closet and like Noah asked for he asked for something. I was like, "Here's your whatever," and then I threw it at him.
Oh, your sugar cube.
Yeah.
Sugar cubes,
dude. They were doing like
what was that about?
Half French accents. It was incomprehensible.
It was about it was about the female reproductive system. we mentioned ovaries and
I remember the video because we watched it in class.
You got like a C.
I remember Noah being like the ovaries, and it was like just incomprehensible.
What were we thinking?
Dude, we were like 12. We weren't thinking at all.
Our brains just weren't working yet. We were like, yeah, this is good. Oh, this is good.
We just wanted to mess around. We didn't want to do any school.
That's so funny.
I remember being in that classroom having to take a technology class when we learned how to type on the laptop. And I was a brand new student at this school, and it was dead silent in there as we're typing on something. And I let it slip, dude. I let one rip by accident. And dude, I will never be so embarrassed. I don't know what it is about like farting into a plastic school chair, but it amplifies the sound of it. I promise you this. Because it like echoed. It was so
Yeah, it's because that
bad.
the reverberation, dude.
The
The
reverberation.
reverb.
It cranks the reverb on that thing. Dude, I've never been so mortified. It was horrendous.
It's so
Gosh,
sad.
that sounds like a nightmare I would have.
It was, yep,
Yeah, seriously.
actually really bad. You guys ever done that in class?
Oh, well,
No, dude, I would do it, but COVID.
I
that's
would.
smart.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, you have to
that's
censor that as
smart.
well. Sorry, bro.
Marinaut
Yeah.
challenge. Next time you're in class, just let one rip for me. And then do your best Doug Walker impression right after.
No, to do a Jacksepticeye screech.
And then film it. So first let it rip. Let it rip and have the camera be on, the class. And then when everyone looks back at you, flip the camera so it's on you and you're doing like the most 2012 smile you can do. Like the most forced, like cringy thing.
And then like I don't know.
Upload it.
Do like
Hashtag
a
Marinaut
troll
challenge.
face to your teacher or something? Something like that.
Do your best troll face using your
Then
facial
say,
muscles.
problem.
So bad.
God,
Dude.
that is the worst thing imaginable.
Ugh. That's actually really bad. There's no way you've never farted in class.
No, I have. I just
I
remember.
have. I've never been caught doing it, but yeah, I have.
You never.
We were
never-
stealthy, Anthony.
Yeah.
Listen, if it weren't for that plastic chair, I would have been too.
I feel like I've gotten away with it in a plastic chair. I'm not trying to like brag, but I must have had a technique. I must have had a technique. Like, I'm not trying to rub it in your face,
I'm
Anthony,
trying to
that I'm a
flex on
pro
y'all.
farter. I'm a pro farter and you're not. You're just like an amateur. It's amateur hour over here, but like I'm not trying to flex or anything like that.
No, it's fair. It's fair. I was 12, so I was 12. I didn't have full control of my body yet. It's like in the movies when they get superpowers and they just don't know how to like use it yet. I was in that stage.
Right.
But
That's understandable.
My superpower was my gastrointestinal system. Is supercharged from all the dairy I was consuming in middle school.
This is such a bad topic.
Okay, I want to tell one of my favorite middle school stories, and I know you guys already know it, but this is for the fans.
Yeah.
Brand new to this school, Patrick was on the other side. Patrick was the only kid I knew. He's my good buddy, and he was on the other side of the lockers. So I got moved all the way to the other end because of the alphabet or something. There's one kid next to me, next to my locker, and I talk to him every now and then because I didn't know anybody, and I was trying to spark up conversation and like get to know some kids. And anytime we were in between classes, I'd strike up a conversation. I'd try to talk a bit. And a couple months in, I eventually was like, hey, thanks for being my friend here. It's hard to be the new kid. It can be awkward, and I appreciate you, being my friend. And he looked me dead in the eye and said, we're not friends, and then walked away. It was crushing. I banked everything on that statement.
Dude, that's such a Chad move.
It was. That is a Chad. We're not friends. It was so matter of fact.
Holy shit.
It was like it wasn't even an insult. It was just him reminding me of my place.
Blasted you. Like, he just, no mercy.
No, none at all. And then we were friends in high school. So you know what? God works in mysterious ways. That's a redemption arc.
It is. That's a good arc right there.
All right, Teddy, what's your worst middle school moment?
It's funny. Every time I think of like worst middle school moments, it's somehow either a story about you or like Blake.
You don't have any bad moments?
Oh no, I'm sure I do, dude. Oh my god, I'm sure I do, but I'm sure they're so repressed. I'm gonna have to like honestly think about it. You know what?
Did you have like a class presentation that went wrong?
Oh, that one with Patrick was pretty.
Was that the ovaries one?
Yeah. No, that was a success. Let's be honest. That was a smashing success.
I mean,
It's a C plus, I think.
If it were on Rotten Tomatoes, it'd be certified fresh by the audience. Critically,
critics hate it.
Critics panned it. It's the Godzilla King of Monsters of educational films.
But it's a masterpiece, and it's a cult classic.
It's a cult classic.
Actually, here I'm gonna reverse it. I have one thing. It's not like something bad, but well, it's kind of funny. I just remember making. I don't know if I've mentioned this, but I remember making this. Like, they were like, okay, here you get to sign up for whatever classes, and they offered one that was like filmmaking or whatever, and like so many of my friends did it. Like, you guys were in there, a bunch of other people, and I just remember making this zombie film, and like I got like everybody to participate in this zombie film, and I didn't have a recorder or like a video camera back in those days. I just used my MacBook. I used my MacBook and I turned on the camera and I would run around with my MacBook, like trying to film the action. And like, we would just come up with it on the day, of course. And like, we were like, hey, get in that locker, and like, put him in the locker. And then like, one of my most favorite memories, and I'm so sad that I like lost that computer because I did get it on camera, was when like I was filming and he was like maybe a survivor or something. Like, he was supposed to be like one of the last survivors. And like, Patrick is a zombie, and Patrick's like, most of the people who were in it were going for it, like they were really going for it. Oh my God, my cat is tearing up my carpet. That's fun. But most of the people who were in it were like really going for it, really selling the zombie vibe, really wanted to make it believable. They're good friends. They wanted my movie to be good. So Patrick's running in, like, flailing his arms, just comes in and just slaps V right across the face, just like so hard. And there's just like an audible like, and I got it all on camera. And then like I also got like his kind of like meltdown at you on camera too, where he started cursing you out.
You have that video
still? You're not my friend. I don't have it anymore. I got it on camera, but I don't have it anymore. I wish I did.
He hit you with the "you're not my friend"?
Pretty sure he did.
It was a dark time.
That's the harshest thing to hear as a 13-year-old.
He was like, Patrick, you fucking idiot! God damn it, man! You're not my friend. Like, I have it all on
swearing,
video.
but he's saying it quieter because he'll know the teachers will hear. So like the swear words are quieter than everything else. That was a good movie.
It's probably the best.
I remember
honestly.
that.
It was like a sunny day. You can see like my shadow where I'm just holding the giant laptop, running around with it, like following the action. Hilarious. I wish I still had it, man.
Oh, I hated that class. That class was awful.
It sucked. Like, our teacher good at all.
The guy was mean.
He was mean. I showed him that zombie film, dude, and he was like, I remember him saying like, is that supposed to be like a trailer, or like, is that like a movie? I don't really get it. It's like, what's not to get, you asshole? It's my zombie movie.
We're 12. Like, did you want like a 2-hour length film? Like, it's gonna be trailer length.
What, Schindler's List, man? I'm making zombie movies here. Yeah, we probably could have. I'm not giving myself enough credit, as a 12-year-old with a MacBook camera.
I do remember you walking around with the MacBook, and we all had to be so careful not to knock it over.
My cat is just going crazy right now. But yeah, I was probably like, guys, like, look, really try not to bump into me. I already dropped this once, so you can't bump into me again. Otherwise, the screen will shatter. So you guys just look out.
Yeah. I remember in that class, I'd written a whole script for something to make, and then after like getting a camera to record it, like my iPod, I realized I didn't have an editing software, and I like had a meltdown the night before it was due, just panicking of like, I don't know what to do. I don't know. I'm gonna turn in, and I think I turned in a stop motion video of it was like a whiteboard, and I drew a guy on an island slowly becoming like emaciated because he didn't have any food to eat, but I couldn't edit the footage together. So I went in and showed the director just like my camera roll of every single still frame of him slowly getting thinner and thinner, but it wasn't in movie format because I didn't have iMovie, and he was incredibly harsh. I don't remember what he said. I remember being very hurt.
Really? Come on.
Yeah.
That guy's such a dick. Yeah, I was hurt. I was hurt by mine too. It wasn't. He showed no mercy, man.
But joke's on him, because now we're epic YouTubers.
Yeah, now what are you going to do? We're world famous podcasters, and I only remember you because you were mean to me. So,
yeah,
how's that?
You didn't even have that big of an effect on my life. I only was upset about it for like a year or two.
Only a year.
Or 3. I don't really remember.
Maybe it could have been even my whole life. But you know what? It's not a big deal.
I still think about it.
Yeah, obviously, like, we all still think about it. That's really funny.
Oh, yeah. No,
so it did have an effect.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Well,
on that note, yeah.
Probably going to have to edit that out. I feel like we covered a lot of ground today. Sing 2, sex.
Garfield.
Ovaries.
Farting.
Really, all the right notes, you know? Everything to make a good episode of the pod. Is it the 20th episode of the podcast? Because I don't want to end it saying that if it's not. It is the... Drumroll, please. Oh, it's only the 19th.
Oh, all right. Well, hey, I take it back when I said happy 20th. Fuck that.
I'm just going to upload it saying it's the 20th anyways. Kind of funny.
That'd be funny. Yeah, that is kind of funny.
Yeah, thank you guys for listening. Thank you so much. Thank you to... We had like a boost in subs recently, which is fantastic. Thank you. 77 is a crazy number. That is nuts.
We love you.
Big
I'm
shout
in love
out.
with you.
I'm in love. You know who you are.
I'm using the technique that One Direction used in their song That's What Makes You Beautiful, where they just describe very generic traits of women so that all their listeners can think that it's them.
I'm in love with that one listener who always listens to the podcast and has beautiful eyes.
Yeah, you know who you are.
You know who you are.
Yeah,
you know who you are.
Don't fuck around. You know it.
Smash that mother effing mark button. Hit the bell icon. Yeah, it's called callback. I know comedy. And I'm dragging this on way too long. Thank you guys. Bye.
I love